Good morning, student of class 7. I am your computer teacher Sonji sir. Hope you all are fine. Today I am going to start revision of chapter number 1, computer hardware components. Okay, chapter number 1, computer hardware components. Okay, this is the syllabus of the first term examination and I have already completed all 4 chapters, but all of you have to read each and every chapter very carefully for your first term examination. Okay, please read each and every chapter. This is the content of this chapter, and in this video I'm going to revise the introduction and the internal hardwares. Okay, so now move on to the main topic. So first is introduction. So a computer is a machine that can perform variety of operation accordance with the set of the instruction called program. Okay, it processes the input data and given by the programmer or user and provides the desired information as the output. We all know that the computer is an electronic machine and the computer works according to the IPO cycle. IPO cycle means input, process and output. Okay, input means we the user give instruction to the computer, then computer will process the instruction, and after that, after processing, the computer will generate a result. Okay, the computer have made life easier to everyone in the world. They are being used everywhere in nearly the fields such as banking, railways, airways, hotels, school, colleges, shops, industry, defense, and designing. So nowadays, computer used in every place, each and every places. Okay. Next thing is the computer works with an interaction of hardware and software. First is hardware. What is the hardware? We all know that hardware is a physical part of a computer. Okay, hardware refers to the physical component of a computer, like monitor, keyboard, hard disks. These are the physical components. The most important pieces of hardware is called CPU. Okay, CPU is the most important hardware and it also called the brain of a computer. Okay, next is software. Software refers to a program. Okay, software refers to a program which are required to operate the computer. The disk operating system, DOS, Windows, Oracle, Tally are the all softwares. Okay, both hardware and softwares are depend on each other. Device like CPU, memory unit, hard disks are usually unless they are provide the instruction on data for storage the processing. Okay, next is internal hardware. What are the internal hardwares? The hardware parts that are installed in the CPU cabinet are called internal hardware, like motherboard, CPU, RAM, ROM, sound card. Okay, so these are the mainly installed in the CPU. Okay, so motherboard, CPU, RAM, ROM, and sound card. These are the internal hardware. First is motherboard. Here you can see this is the motherboard. Okay, so motherboard is a sheet of a plastic that holds all the circuit to connect the various components of a computer system. Okay, circuit, motherboard has a circuit. Okay, to connect various components of a computer system. It is one of the most essential part of a computer system and it holds together for crucial components computer, including the central processing unit, CPU, memory, and connector for input output devices. Addition of circuit, motherboard contains number of socket and slot to connected other components. All activity related to the connected device start and end in the motherboard. So motherboard has different types of sockets to sockets and slot to join the different types of hardware. Okay, like keyboard, mouse, hard disks. Okay, monitor, etc. So a motherboard mainly consists of following. First is processor. Okay, processor means the silicon chip. Okay, this processor. Next is BIOS. Next is memory chips. Next is external storage control, video display or audio, expansion slots or connecting additional circuit board. Okay, next is sound card. Sound card are also known as audio adapter. Without sound card we are unable to listen any type of sound from the computer. Okay, a sound card is an expansion components used in computer to receive and send audio. Sound cards are configured and utilized with the help of the software application and device driver. The input device is attached to the receive audio data, usually a microphone, whereas the device used to audio output generally speakers and headphone. Okay, the sound card converts incoming digital audio data into analog audio so that the speaker can play it. And in the reverse case, the sound card can convert analog audio data from the microphone into digital data to can be stored into a computer. Okay, so this point is very important. Next is video card. So a video card is also known as graphics card. Okay, we all know that what is a graphics card. It expansion card connected to the microphone motherboard. Okay, it is used to generate the video output on a screen such as monitor and the television. It enhances the quality of display images and contents its own processing on the memory unit. Okay, graphics card enhance the quality of display of images. Okay, this is the image of video card or graphics card. Okay, next is CPU, and this is the silicon chip, okay, which is called processor. Okay, the CPU processing unit is the primary element of the computer. It carries out each instruction of a program in a sequence to perform the basic operation of a system in words. Other words, it performs arithmetic and logical calculation of the data. The CPU is capable of storing enormous amounts of data and processing them at a high speed and producing the useful result. So we all know that the CPU has mainly three parts. Okay, control unit, ALU means arithmetical logical unit, and last is memory unit. Okay, so control unit flow the instruction. Okay, control unit control the flow of the instruction. ALU, all the mathematical calculation or complex calculation done by the ALU, and memory unit stored the data. Okay, so CPU perform arithmetical and logical calculation of the data, and the CPU is capable for storing enormous amount of data and processing them at a high speed, producing useful result. Okay, next is arithmetical logical unit. I have already told that arithmetical logical unit perform arithmetic and logical operation. There are three parts of the CPU. Okay, next is control unit. Control unit controls the flow of the instruction. Okay, it extracts instruction from the memory, decodes and execute them. And last is memory unit. A computer has a large storage capacity. The storage capacity of computer is called memory. Memory enables the computers to store the instruction. Okay, so mainly arithmetical logical unit uh, perform all the calculation. Okay, all the calculation in the CPU. Next is control unit. Control unit controls the flow of the instruction of a computer. Okay, and memory unit is store the data. Okay, in simple words. Okay, next is RAM. RAM is the main primary memory. Okay, RAM is the main primary memory of a computer. The full form of RAM is random access memory. Is used to store data and instruction during the execution of program. RAM is a temporary and erased when a computer is switched off. Hence, RAM is a volatile memory. Volatile memory because RAM erased the data when computer is switched off. That's why the RAM is called volatile memory. Okay, it is read and write type of memory. Thus, it can only be read and written by the user or programmer. It is possible to randomly use the location of this memory. Therefore, this memory is known as random access memory. Okay, so there are two types of RAM: dynamic RAM, static RAM. Okay, first is dynamic RAM. So the dynamic RAM stores the dynamic RAM has to be refreshed after every few milliseconds. Okay, otherwise it is erased. Dynamic RAM mostly used for system memory because it is cheaper and has a higher storage capacity than a static RAM. Next is static RAM. The information stored in the static RAM need not to be refreshed, but remain stable as long as power supply is provided. If your power supply is gone, then it will also erase. Okay, static RAM is costlier but has a higher speed than DRAM. Okay, next is ROM. ROM means random access memory. Sorry, ROM means read-only memory. Okay, read-only memory is the essential components of memory unit. A computer being a machine itself has no intelligence, okay, or memory, and it requires instruction which are given by the man. Wherever a computer is switched on, it searches for the required instruction. The memory consists of this essential instruction is known as read-only memory. The memory is a permanent and it is not erased when the system is switched off. So RAM is non-volatile memory. Okay, so that means on the other hand RAM is the volatile memory, but on the other hand ROM is non-volatile memory. Okay, non-volatile memory means it can store the information for lifelong. Okay, and it is ready to type memory, and it can be read only memory not written by the user and the programmer. Okay, and there are three types of ROM: PROM, EPROM, EEPROM. Okay, first is PROM, stands for programmable ROM. Programmable ROM, read only memory. It is the type of ROM. The information stored in the programmers after its manufacturing can be altered or erased later on. Next is EPROM, erasable programmable ROM. Okay, erasable. It's similar to PROM, but it information can be erased later on by the ultraviolet light. Okay. Next is EEPROM, electrical erasable programmable ROM. Okay, it is similar to EPROM. Information can be erased by high voltage current. Okay, so that means these two are erasable ROM, but this is not the erasable ROM. Okay, next is disk driver. A disk driver enables the user to read, write, delete, and modify the data on the storage disks. It manages the input and output operations of the disk. It can be either external or inbuilt components of the disk. The most common type of disk driver is hard drive. Okay, hard drive is the disk driver, but several others type of disk driver like floppy device, optical drives, etc. Okay, and this is the image of a SMPS, switch mode power supply. Okay, the SMPS is essential for safe running power consumption appliance. Switching power supplies have high efficiency and are widely used to variety of electronic equipments, including computers and other sensitive equipments required to stable and efficient power supply. It also consists of inbuilt fans and relax the expensive of heat generated during the computer. So we use this SMPS to stable and efficiency power supply. Okay, next is modem. Modem is very important. The term modem is formed by the combining of words modulation and demodulation. Okay, modem is a data communication equipment that translated the digital signal used by a computer into analog signal. Okay, digital signal into an analog signal. Okay, of the kind that travels conventional telephone lines. The process of translating digital signal into analog signals is called modulation. So modulation means it converts the digital signals into the analog signals. Okay, a modem also converts the analog signals into digital signals as receiving end of the computer device. The process which translated analog signals into digital signals is called demodulation. Okay, when the modem converts digital signal into the analog signal is called modulation, and when a modem is convert the analog signal into digital signal, then it is called demodulation. Okay, the basic function of a modem is enables to communication between various computers on a network. Okay, so this is a computer and this is a computer, and all these computers are connected with a modem, and these modems are connected with a telephone line. Okay, there are mainly two types of modem. First is internal modem and external modem. First is internal modem. Internal modem is a card that is installed into a slot or which within the CPU case of a computer. Internal modem provided by the power supply of a computer. But in the other hand, external modem has a box-shaped device is that connected to the serial port. Okay, serial port of a computer. It is so called placed outside the computer. External modem is provided by an external power adapter connected with an electronic outlet. So basically modem is used for communication. Okay, communication between various computers on a network. Okay, next is port. So a port is an connection between a computer and external or internal devices. Internal ports may connect devices such as hard drives, CD-ROM, DVD drives. External ports may connect modem, printers, mouse, and other devices. Okay. So characteristic of a port: external devices are connected to a computer using these cables and ports are slot of motherboard in which a cable of external devices is plugged in. So mainly the port is used to connect the different types of external and internal devices. Okay, so first port is serial port. Okay, this is the image of a serial port. Serial port involves the transmission of data one bit at a time over a signal communication line. It is used to external modem and older computer mouse that do not require high speed transmission. Okay, this is the image of a serial port. Okay, next is parallel port. Okay, this is the parallel port. Parallel port transfer the data in or out parallel using the more than one communication line or wire. It is used to scanners, printers require high speed transmission. Okay, this is a high speed transmission port or is called parallel port. Next is PS2 port. Okay, this is the PS2 port. It is also called mouse port. Okay, we can use this port to insert mouse or keyboard. Okay, this port is now considered a legacy port, but as the USB port has replaced it, very few modern motherboards include the legacy of this port. Okay, so nowadays we use the USB port to connect our keyboard, mouse, or external uh, devices, but in earlier we use this port. Okay, this type of ports to connect our external devices. Next is USB. USB means universal serial bus. USB can connect all kinds of external USB devices such as external hard drive, hard disk, printer, scanner, mouse, and the keyboard. Okay, this is the USB port. Okay, this is the USB port. It is used to transfer data and also act like a power supply for devices it connect to it. Okay, next is video graphic array. Okay, video graphic array. So VGA means video graphics array, the main interface between the computer and older CRT monitor. It is similar to the serial port connector that has a pins. However, VGA ports has holes. Even modern LCD and LED monitor supports VGA ports. Okay, so that means the modern LCD and LED monitor also support VGA ports. Okay, this is the VGA port. This picture quality is reduced. With the increase of the use of digital video, VGA ports are gradually being replaced by HDMI port. Okay, HDMI port. Some laptops are equipped with the onboard VGA ports in order to connect the external monitor or projectors. Okay, so this port is mainly used to connect monitor like LCD, LED, or CRT monitors. Okay, earlier monitor is called CRT monitor. Okay, and this VGA port is replaced by the HDMI port. Okay, next is firewire port. Firewire port is developed by the Apple. It transfer large amount of data in very fast speed. It connects camcorders and video equipment to the computer. Okay, this is the Apple device. In any Apple device you can see these firewire ports. Okay, Next is Earthnet Ethernet port. Okay, Ethernet port resides on a Ethernet card. Data travels at 10 megabytes to 1000 megabytes. Okay, 1000 megabytes means it's huge amount of data transferred per second. Okay, depending on upon the network bandwidth. Okay, so this is the mainly network connectivity port. Okay, network connectivity port, it connects the network cable to the computer and it connects the network of high speed internet. Okay, so I have already told that Ethernet port is a network connectivity port. Okay, so I hope that all of you understand today's topic. Okay, so all of you need to read each and every line very carefully. Okay, for your examination please read each and every line very carefully. So today I am ending my discussion here. In my next video I will continue the revision of this chapter. Okay, so till then take care, goodbye and thank you.